What's up, legends? It's Michał and welcome back to Made Up Universe. You know that Friday feeling when Spider-Man swings back to MCU? That's right, it's happening and it's coming right up.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go, sir. Please. Please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Sir. Holy cow. You will not believe what's been going on. Do you remember when we were in space? And I got all dusty, and I must have passed out because I woke up and you were gone, but Doctor Strange was there, right? And he was like, it's been 5 years, come on, they need us. And then he started doing the yellow sparkly thing that he does all the time. What are you doing? Oh, this is nice.
This, for me, is huge. I know I haven't uploaded for a while and I wanted to upload it when Spider-Man crashed out from MCU, but it was like just too upsetting for me. I really didn't like the situation. I made a video, I was ranting about it anyway. Never mind. Today, the news hit the internet that Marvel and Sony finally made a deal for 2 more movies. One would be Spider-Man standalone movie, which will be Spider-Man 3, and one would be where Spider-Man appears with the rest of the Marvel characters, whatever movie that's gonna be, we don't know. And we already got a date for Spider-Man movie, which will be July 16th, 2021. Now, I'm buzzing, I'm super amped. As you know, most of you probably know Spider-Man is my favorite character. To give you a little bit of a context to that, just before D23 in August, the news broke that Spider-Man is out of the MCU, that Sony and Marvel can strike a deal, and there were a lot of information coming out that, you know, it's money, that these guys wanted 50%, no, they wanted 30%, you know, we probably never gonna exactly know what, but it was very upsetting. But this week is full of amazing news. First, we learned that Kevin Feige will be producing Star Wars movie, which is a very interesting proposition. I'm really looking forward to that. And now today, on Friday, such a good day, just before the weekend. It's amazing, it's fantastic, I'm loving it. Today I want to talk a little bit about why it matters for Spider-Man to be back in MCU, why for me it's such a big deal, and a little bit about this whole Marvel-Disney situation. I think that both Marvel and Sony, or Disney and Sony rather, were at fault with all this situation. But saying that, to voice my opinion about this and to force one company to give, it unfortunately would be Sony, because Disney and Marvel are producing my favorite content, and I can't say that, oh, I'm not gonna be watching Marvel movies, I won't be watching Star Wars movies. I can't do that. I just can't. But I can easily stop watching Sony movies, and I can easily not give them money. And it would be very unfair for Sony, to be honest, because, you know, both the companies, they want to make profit, they want to make movies, they want to be in a good, comfortable situation, and they want to have a good deal for themselves. So the fault is on both sides, but only one side really was getting hit. And now knowing that they actually made a deal, it puts it back into the normal order of things, which is good. Now, why it is so important that Spider-Man is in Marvel Cinematic Universe. Recently, Joe Russo said that no one's got this ability of storytelling that Kevin Feige has, and it kind of might have been misinterpreted somehow. Because it's not the fact that no one else can tell a good story. Of course, everyone can tell a good story. It's about the fact that you've got the background. You've got the 11 years of building up different stories, different intertwined connections that are behind what Kevin Feige is doing and what is happening in Spider-Man. You've got a lot of groundwork laid down already for these stories. There are a lot of elements that you can pick, connect with one another. There is a certain consequences to the things that are happening. Like when they created Vulture, it's not a random guy who fly on wings. Like, how does he fly on wings? Where he got his wings from? It's all explained. It has a reason and consequence, and it all ties together. Similarly with the Mysterio, how would you explain guys who just froze in illusions? In comic books, he has gas that caused these illusions. Where does he take it from? Who makes that? How is it all possible? You know, and Marvel Cinematic Universe explains that, and they do a great job, in my opinion, at that, at connecting all these little fragments and building up these characters. Obviously, there's still a chance that Sony would make a great Spider-Man movie, but it would be even more frustrating that it's not part of this environment, of this family that we grew to love and enjoy. It's not only about just one character talking to the other character. It's not about Spider-Man talking to Captain Marvel or Spider-Man talking to Fantastic Four, although now this opportunity of Spider-Man and Fantastic Four joining up together, I mean, I'm buzzing already. I'm all super amped. Because Spider-Man and Fantastic Four for me is like a must collaboration. Coming back to the whole Spider-Man crashing out of MCU and coming back to it, what really upset me the most about the situation that Spider-Man crashed out of the MCU, I think it's worth to say that I know that one day he will crash out for good. But I hope that this gonna only happen after they properly finish the story arc of the character. I know that the Feige said like, oh, we told the story that we wanted. Bullshit, you did not. You're not gonna lie to me like that, okay? The story of Spider-Man has not been finished. It just has begun. And I want the character story of Spider-Man to go from the beginning to a certain end, tie it up, and it's gonna be fantastic. And then I'm not gonna be that sad that Spider-Man goes back to Sony and they might reuse him in a different way. And it's similar with like Iron Man. I'm not looking forward to another Iron Man movie because I had an amazing, fantastic story arc of Iron Man. I'm not looking forward to another Captain America movie because we've been just served. I talk about this, I got goosebumps. That good this story was. And I'm looking forward to have something like that with Spider-Man. And once they finished, then, just then, I'll be okay if Spider-Man goes back to Sony. That is a lot of me talking, that is a lot of information, and that is a lot of excitement. You can clearly see I'm buzzing. But now, as always, I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think about the whole situation? Are you excited that Spider-Man is back in Marvel Cinematic Universe? And what are your expectations for the next Spider-Man movie? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's talk about this. And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification button to stay up to date with all my videos. And don't forget to check me out on my other social media, especially on Instagram and Twitter. I post a lot of content there if I don't post much here recently. I'm gonna try and do a little bit more content here as well, but I kinda needed a break and I was kind of focusing on making some of my toys. Like right here, we've got a little Night Monkey. I made a Night Monkey. Night Monkey is finally back in Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's awesome, I'm so buzzing. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, see you next time in the Made Up Universe.